Greetings and thank you for joining me on Victory Independence channel. I just made a rather long video on the Vision Victory channel, but I just wanted to add to some thoughts while I was finishing the video up that I didn't mention on Vision Victory. Look at Greece right now. Look at the problem. Imagine what's going to happen when it's a much bigger economy like Italy or France or the UK or the monster, the United States. So if we're seeing this type of crisis, this type of volatility in the markets and stuff with Greece, imagine what it's going to be like with the US. And you can see why everybody doesn't want it to happen. So this may take years to play out. And of course, it could play out much sooner. So that's why it's always good to be ready for it. When you look at the sovereign debt crisis in the US, look at the sovereign debt crisis in Europe, they aren't solving anything. All they're doing is they're really just kind of throwing gasoline on the fire, as Peter Schiff likes to say. I mean, if you imagine just throwing more debt on a debt problem, and then you've got inflation causing an elevated price level at the store for consumers, for citizens, and now people are unemployed. Now people are in foreclosure, and you got prices staying high or rising. You're just adding to the problem. So my opinion, my personal prediction is that sometime in 2012, we will see some small civil unrest break out in the United States, just like in Europe, where you saw people burning down cars, throwing rocks at buildings, burning buildings, different things that you've seen in Western Europe because of their sovereign debt crisis. I think you're going to start to see it in the United States. I can easily see the Occupy Wall Street crowd getting out of control. When I was down there, there was a lot of people who were homeless, a lot of people just passing through that, they had nothing better to do. So, I mean, it doesn't take much to get a mob going into a violent rage. It'll be interesting, though, because next year's an election year. So you got the Occupy Wall Street people, you got the Tea Party people, and then you've got your diehard regular Republicans and Democrats running around the country to rally the troops around whoever the presidential nominee will be for the Republicans, and then President Obama. I would love to see Ron Paul win the nomination of the Republican Party. If not that, become a third-party candidate, because that would be really like a movement candidate. And I would hope that the Occupy Wall Street people and the Tea Party people would be able to get really educated by listening to Ron Paul and seeing him on a national spotlight for an extended period of time. As far as investments go, I'd love to get some of your guys' predictions. What are you guys thinking with gold and silver, with the dollar? My concern is I'm actually for the first time since '07, I'm actually for the first time sitting on some cash, because I'm like, well, if gold and silver go down, I definitely want to go in there and back up the truck. I don't want it to be like in 2009, where in 2008 I backed up the truck on gold and silver, and then they collapsed, and then I had nothing to buy. I didn't have any money to buy more. Luckily, specifically silver was down for a while, so I was able to accumulate silver over time, in that $9 to $15 range. But I would have loved to have just gone really heavy when it went below 10. So I'm kind of doing that, kind of holding some money back so I can go heavy. It's really rough, because obviously we know the real story with the physical supply of silver and gold, and it's really the paper markets that are causing this liquidity crisis, where you have the silver and gold go down, and it's not even really gold and silver, it's just these paper contracts that don't even have metal backing. By the way, not this Friday, but probably next Friday, I'm going to have the most amazing guy on. He's a close friend. He goes by the blog name of Ranting Andy, and he is without a doubt one of the top experts in the world of precious metals manipulation. He actually writes for Bill Murphy's paid service site, Bill Murphy being the guy who runs the organization GATA.org, the Gold Antitrust Action Committee. Anyway, but looking forward to that interview, looking forward to, spending 30, 40 minutes with him and just really trying to narrow this down so people can understand exactly what's going on. Because of the manipulation, it's actually to our benefit, because we're able to buy the metals cheaper. But at the same point in time, at some point in time, you will not be. You're going to have a physical silver shortage. Eric Sprott laid that out. I mean, you got 1 billion ounces trading a day on a market that has 900 million roughly ounces of available silver, and they mine 900 million ounces of silver a year, and they're trading more than that every single day. So something's got to give. Will it happen this year? Will it happen in 2 years or 3 years? I don't know, but I definitely would like to pick Andy Hoffman's brain. Again, he goes by the blog name Ranting Andy. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. See you Friday on the Vision Victory channel for the unemployment report.